gagawin mo kung yung stocks mo or yung REITs or yung mga dividend stocks mo ay nag-increase yung price? Question, ibebenta mo ba siya? Tapos you hope na bababa yung price, tapos bibili ka ulit? O you just wait and hold, tapos receive ka na lang ng dividends? Well, in this video, I'm gonna share with you yung personal opinion ko when it comes to what will you do kapag mag-i-increase yung price ng stocks mo. Let's go! Lately kasi, I've been reading mga posts in a Facebook group, tapos sabi nila na yung A-REIT or yung Ayala REIT, nag-increase na yung price. So, from around 34, I think, tapos ngayon, nasa 37 pesos per share niya as of recording this video. And some of the investors actually, may gains na, may capital gains na sila. And yung mga post na, like, some of them would say na, yung capital gains ko mas malaki na compared sa dividends na matatanggap ko. So, might as well sell it. Okay. Yung iba naman is, di ba sabi is, sell when you're happy. So, they're planning to sell yung A-REIT nila. Kasi happy na sila sa gains, which I also agree. If you're happy with your gains, then go for it. And yung iba naman, yung goal nila is to sell again. Tapos they hope na bababa yung price and dun sila bibili. And personally, if you ask me, nothing wrong with all those posts and comments. But ako personally, I just want to also share yung opinion ko when it comes to selling yung stocks mo or yung REITs mo or yung dividend stocks mo, especially if mag-i-increase yung price niya. So again, this is just my opinion and feel free to agree or disagree. So here's my take. So ngayon, let's look at the chart of A-REIT. So in the past like 3 months, so this is A-REIT, no? So in the past like 3 months, like parang sideways lang siya, around 34 pesos per share. So, dito, bumaba siya ng 32, dito, 34, dito, 33. So, like, in the past 3 months, 34 siya. Tapos, ayun nga, si A-REIT, like, it shoot up to around 37 pesos per share. So, when you look at it, if dito tayo sa 34, okay, let's say example dito, yung gain mo is around, like, 8 to 9%. Yung capital gains. Tapos, let's say you look at the past 6 months and if nakaswerte ka, bumili ka dito sa 31. So, yung gain mo is 17%. So, medyo okay din. 17%. And if maswerte ka talaga, naka-invest ka dito sa 28 pesos per share. And yung gains mo actually around 30%. So, that's actually pretty substantial. So, ayun nga, you can, again, depends on you kung gusto mo na mag-take profit. But later, I'm gonna share yung opinion ko naman when it comes to taking profit. Tapos, ganito din. When you look at din kasi yung like all the previous history talaga ni A-REIT. Yes, it goes up, it goes down, it goes up. Pero when you look at it like in the past 3 years, past few years, it actually went as high as 52 pesos. So, 52 pesos. So, when you think about it, yes, pwedeng bumaba si A-REIT from here and pwede kang bumili again or pwede kang mag-regret kasi baka pupunta yan sa 50 pesos per share. So, nobody can really predict yung market. Kaya, ito yung opinion ko when it comes to taking profit, especially if you're into dividend investing or if you're investing into mga REIT. So, ang tanong, should you sell your A-REIT or yung mga dividend stocks mo or yung REITs mo kapag mag-i-increase siya? Well, here's my opinion. It all boils down to, ano ba talaga yung goals mo? Like, anong klaseng investor ka ba talaga? Are you a trader, long-term investor, or are you a dividend investor? Kasi if you're a trader and you're happy with your gains, then by all means, go, sell it. Pero if you're a dividend investor kasi, ayaw mo ma-stress in checking the chart. Kasi ako personally, like, hindi ko nga alam na nag-increase na pala yung price ni A-REIT. Kasi again, as a dividend investor, I want a stress-free kind of investing. Like, hindi ako nag-worry if I should sell ba yung stocks ko, when I should buy. I just buy and buy and buy. And I just let my dividends really, yun yung marireceive ko. Yun yung parang I look forward to yung dividends na marireceive ko. Kasi again, if you are a dividend investor tapos nag-gain ka, tapos you sell kasi mas malaki pa yung dividends ko, mas malaki pa yung capital gains ko kaysa dividends na ma-receive, and you hope na bababa yung price, then you're being emotional Like, nadadala ka sa emotion mo. So, again, there are two types of emotion. It's just greed and fear. So, if dyan, anong emotion ba nafe-feel mo? Tapos, ganito, like, again, based on historical records din, A rate went as high as 50 peso. So, what if you sell at 37, tapos pumaldo to 50 peso? So, ano yung mafe-feel mo? Masistress ka na naman. Sasabihin mo sa sarili mo, sayang. Diba? Tapos, what if, ayun nga, bumaba. Okay? So, nakabenta ka 37, good. Tapos, bumaba. Oh, ayun, bumaba. So, mag-invest ako ulit. So, when you look at it, parang, it's very stressful, diba? Like, you're emotionally, your investing is based on emotions, eh. So, kaya nga, you decided to become a dividend investor because, like, you wanna have a stress-free kind of investing. So, invest ka lang ng invest, and you receive dividends. But then again, opinion ko lang to, that's the reason why I become a dividend investor kasi I wanna let go of the stress in trading. But if you're a person na, yun nga, you love trading, then, again, by all means, go for it. However, if you're a dividend investor, tapos a part of you may pagka-trader pa rin, ito yung suggestion or ito yung strategy na you might also wanna implement. So here's a strategy that I'm personally using para hindi ako ma-emotional dun sa dividend portfolio ko. So ganito, I highly suggest, if you can, have separate accounts. Meaning, meron kang account na tinatawag na your dividend portfolio. So itong dividend portfolio mo, purely for dividends lang talaga. So you like, hindi mo siya gagalawin, you just add and add and add, and you let yung dividend growth, yung dividends na mag-grow. Kasi yun yung goal natin, living on dividends and interest, Lodi lifestyle. Tapos, on a separate account, meron kang tinatawag na trading account. So dito sa trading account mo, dun ka na pwedeng mag-buy, mag-sell, mag-speculate. So, mas maganda if meron ka separate talaga. So, ang tawag to, in the Philippine stock market kasi, you can have Call Financial, pwede yun yung dividend portfolio mo, pwede kang another broker for your trading account. Let's say, for example, First Metrosec. Okay? So, however, yung ginagawa ko naman is that, yung dividend portfolio ko nasa Call Financial. Okay? Tapos, I actually have First Metrosec. Sa First Metrosec, yung ginagawa ko doon is, lahat ng dividends ko, doon ko nire-reinvest. Para separate siya. Para makita ko nga, oh, ang laki na pala ng dividend, yung portfolio na nag-grow based lang on dividends. So, I separated it. And that's the reason why I invest in other assets like cryptocurrency. Kasi, yung crypto ko, yan yung nag-fulfill, okay, ng pagka-trader ko. Kasi like, sa crypto, earning like 8%, 17%, 30%, easy lang yan sa crypto eh. Like, you can earn very fast. Pero of course, you can also lose fast. You could also ma-wipe out yung pera mo sa crypto. But then again, kaya I have a separate account for crypto kasi all my gains doon ko nilalagay sa dividend portfolio ko. And on my dividend portfolio, I try not to be emotional. Hindi ko siya chine-check. I just check yung dividends. Na-alert na lang ako na may dividends ako. Because again, I wanna detach myself, be unemotional dun sa dividend portfolio ko. And that's something that you could also replicate. If, ayun nga, you want to be a dividend investor for the dividends, but a part of you may pagka-trader, then create a separate account. Have a separate account for your trading purposes. So, should you sell? Well, it's up to you. And yun nga, if you're a dividend investor, highly suggest na be unemotional, have a separate account, para you wanna fulfill yung trading needs mo, and then as much as possible you wanna keep yung dividend portfolio if you are a dividend investor. In fact, I have actually a video kung saan dito I shared how you can be a successful dividend investor. Ano ba yung secret sauce to become a successful dividend investor? Kasi if you're a trader, again, go for it, sell your gains, be happy, take profit. But if you're a dividend investor and you want to be successful, you might want to check out this next video. Go ahead, click the video, and see you there.